interesting. Hey, hi, welcome to Lunchbox with Adam Green. I'm Adam Green, and Happy New Year! Woo! Any predictions for 2007? Yeah, here's one. That the countdown to the Democrats shooting themselves in the foot is at T-minus 1.5 months. That's when John Murtha will stroll into the Capitol Rotunda in a three-piece suit made out of lobbyists' money, light up a $100 bill, and appropriate gold bullion to all states ending in Ilvania. It's day 2. Do you know where your children are? Well, if your children are named Ben and Elizabeth Blogosphere, they're probably upstate, seeing if the motto, everything changes, means that Albany is all of a sudden a thriving boom town full of art gallery openings and non-stop parties. Up at New York's Capitol yesterday, Eliot Spitzer finally got to erase that pesky suffix elect from his monogrammed towels as he enjoyed his first official day as governor. And he partied the only way he knows how, by signing 5 executive orders before Penn State started kicking ass in the Outback Bowl. Executive Order number 1, state workers can't take expensive gifts and can't use computers, phones, and vehicles for personal purpose. And somewhere in Queens, Alan Hevesi says, "Oh yeah, now it's an executive order," and then goes back to rolling a 10-sided die cause somebody killed his elf. Executive Order number 2, state workers can't donate money to gubernatorial campaigns, and commissioners of agencies can't run for public office without first resigning their posts. So no hedging your bets, cybersecurity chief of New York William Pelgrin. What a politician. Executive Order number 3, state agencies and authorities have to find a way to broadcast their meetings on the internet. Spitzer himself acknowledged that it's unlikely anybody will be curling up by the fire to watch a meeting of the New York State Council of the Arts. But guess what? As long as there's a quorum, a head count, and the possibility of a Vito Lopez cameo, you better believe I'll be there with my auto-scroll on, a big box of tissues, and a cigarette for afterwards. And the other 2 executive orders just mandated that the official animal of Albany is now the three-toed sloth. But the big funny came in Spitzer's inaugural address when he compared New York to Rip Van Winkle, asleep for much of the past decade while the rest of the world has passed us by, which can mean only one thing. It's Metaphor Day. So here's a primer for those of you who've never read the Washington Irving short story and only remember the name from the Run DMC lyric in Peter Piper. Rip Van Winkle was a henpecked husband in the mid-18th century who goes up to the Catskills, takes a nap, plays 9-pin with Henry Hudson, wakes up 20 years later and finds that his wife is dead, America has declared independence, and people are ready to burn a Tory. So George Pataki is Henry Hudson in funny leather breeches, the old Democratic cronyism is King George, the state is a simple-minded guy with an aversion to all kinds of profitable labor, which makes Joe Bruno the screeching overbearing wife and Shelly Silver a mangy mutt named Wolf. Well, that's Lunchbox for today, but keep in mind that Washington Irving also wrote The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, a tall tale in which a schoolmaster gets kickbacks for awarding a headless guy the contracts to state horse racing. Or something. Foreshadow!